When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things it took from me, I know that I am so much better, better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. I could feel it in my bones. There was something going on, that shade of doubt hanging around that old. 'Cause darling, there is nothing right when all you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone. I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things.
Hello, people. It's a live. This is my first live stream, everybody. You gotta promise to be gentle, because if you don't, I'll just have to hit you with my axe. Okay. All right. So, and I've been doing Barbarian war cries all day long, so I don't know how long I can do this. So I'm gonna take a drink now because I'm nervous. Well, you know what, Dylan Walker, I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it perfectly every time, because my hand is the exact same size every single time, and it doesn't change at all. It's always pretty much the same size. Yeah, it unless I'm soaking it in water, because then it gets a little bit bigger. Oh, hello, Wayne Bowser Jr. You know what? I think I like you a lot because you always throw money at me, and you know what? I bought a new tennis shoe the other day, and I named it after you because you're my friend. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm gonna get a new axe too. Yeah, I need like $100,000 for the axe because it's a +3. Okay, let's see, what are we doing today? Oh, that's right. Okay, so we're doing a question and answer, everybody. You put questions down below and I answer them. Hello, Rabbit and Noveler00. That's not a question, Rabbit. That's breaking the rules. You can't break the rules. I have an axe. Okay, question and answer. There's rules right there. That's the rules. Oh, I forgot. Before we do anything tonight, help action, hello. Top Cow, that's a cool name. Robert Young, Mr. Viper Venom, Chicken Tender Lover, Liver Heridi, I don't know how to say your name. Arthur, hello Arthur. I remember you, Arthur. Zero Gamer, Danny, you, hi. Okay, Zero Oxide, and I can't say your name. I'm gonna call you 33. Hello, 33. Commander 1138. Chicken Tender. I already said Chicken Tender Lover. Fox Fang Fung Dust Kitty, Mr. Player High. Okay, that's a lot of names. The Force Talks Path to Becoming Jedi. That's too long. I can't call you that every time. Okay, I have to, they told me I have a contract. So, the first thing that I'm supposed to do is, I have to talk to, let's see, I have a screen. Okay, so basically all of these people on this screen right here give me money. And it's in my contract to thank them because they're really awesome and I like them a lot. The people in red give me more money, and so I say their names out loud. That's what it says here. I have to say their names out loud. Baobon, thank you. Clammed Oyster, thank you. Silas, that person right there, thank you. Joe M, you're awesome. Jodo 1025, that's a funny name, but thank you. Kurt Y, Malkovich, thank you. Mr. Lemon Pie, Patrick C, Sophia W, son of a sofa man, Theta Tag and Yokai. You're all very awesome. The people in white are awesome too, but they're not as awesome as the red people. Okay, that's it. That's all for that. Then I have other stuff. I'm supposed to talk to. Oh, they told me, hello, hi Guyver. It's good to see you. You guys, are people dropping questions? Because I don't see any questions in the spreadsheet. I don't see any people. I see 4 moderators in the spreadsheet, but there are no questions. That's intimidating. I don't know what I'm going to talk about if I don't have any questions in my spreadsheet. Hello, Danny. Oh, Danny, thank you. Danny is reminding everybody that I have merch under the vid. I have shirts and stuff. Not this shirt. This is my shirt. I have shirts that say the DM Lair. I don't know why you would want to wear that crap. But if you want to wear it, you can buy it and put it on. It's very exciting. Yeah, thank you, Danny, for reminding me to plug the merch. Nathan, son of the South, I am good. I just got done using the bathroom, so I feel very relaxed right now. A little bit nervous, but mostly okay. I have to do a disclaimer. It's on my list right here that I have to do this disclaimer. I'm sorry. I don't know what it means, but they told me I have to put it on the screen. I'm sorry. Okay. So, yeah, it's a lot of big words here. But basically, I think what it's trying to say is that I'm a very reliable person and that you should definitely listen to my advice because I have lots of experience being a barbarian and stuff. So, yeah, just, you're okay. You don't need to worry about the big words. Just, you can trust me. I promise, you can trust me. I'm going to take a drink now. I'm going to give you time to read the big words. That's what they told me to do. My name is Barbarian. Somebody told me my name should be Barbara, but I don't think that's a good name. Worldwide hot mess. Thank you for the $5. I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. That's not very nice. But I like the money, thank you. Okay, that's enough with that stupid disclaimer. That wasn't necessary. So I'm gonna do a giveaway too at the end of this stream right here, you guys. I'm gonna give some of these things away. These are tactical tokens. They are like they're thingy bobbers that you can use instead of miniatures, and they're a lot cheaper and they're pretty cool. They got pictures on them. They're very pretty. I'm gonna give away 20 of these tonight at the end of the live stream. So if you want to enter that competition, there's a link down below, then in the description, and you can enter it, and it's really good. Yeah. The password's gonna be Fat Cat. It's gonna be the Fat Cat is the name to enter the giveaway. You have to put that in to the description. Fat Cat. Go ahead and go do that right now. You want these? These are good. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let's start doing some questions. I'm really excited. What class of barbarian am I? I'm an assassin. Yep. I tame animals. Well, first of all, I hit them. So I hit them over the head with this, like with this part right here, so that they're only mostly dead. And then when they wake up, I stuff their mouths full of lots of food until they can't move. And then they pretty much are domesticated at that point. Zero Gamer has a question. What is your favorite method of murder? I feel like you have a list. I have to list my favorite ways. Well, I'll tell you what. The first thing I'd like to do, I like to hug people and give them lots of kisses and affection and love because I have a gentle soul. And then if that doesn't work, I hit them over the head with my axe. And then that breaks them open. And then I drink their blood. It's beautiful. It works every time. What third-party material have you fought that you enjoyed? Well, I don't fight third-party material. I'm still working through all of this stuff. I have to go through this right here. My books. I have lots of books all over the place. They're over there on the shelf too. But I have other third-party stuff I have to work through. Our official Wizards of the Coast stuff. I don't use a lot of third-party stuff. I don't even have time to read the stuff I own, let alone buy stuff from other people. The rogue? Well, the rogue is so you gotta understand, Cameron. The rogue he's misguided. He has the best of intentions. And I think he's just misunderstood, honestly. I think he grew up in a very bad family. I'm pretty sure he didn't have a mother at all. And his father probably was abusive. So, like, you gotta understand, that's his entire worldview has really been shaped by his poor upbringing. And I'd like to show him sympathy from time to time. But I'm gonna be honest, like, eventually he's probably gonna die. It's just probably gonna happen. Well, thank you, Galen Smoke Scow, for the 5. I don't know what that symbol is. It's a big E. That's not even money. What are you trying to pull on me? That's not, no. But it's pretty green text, so I guess that's okay. Thank you for the support, Galen Smoke Scale. I think I called you Smokescreen. That was a mispronunciation. Livu, my axe doesn't have a name. Now I feel bad. I'm probably a bad barbarian. Next question. What is the monster you like the most to fight against? Danny, I like to fight against my own inner demons the most. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. A two-handed greatsword or a sword of the seal. Shields are for I almost said a bad name. I can't say that word on stream. Shields are for pansy paladins. That's what shields are for. Dalinar uses a shield, and he's a pansy. That's what Dalinar is. Wait, does Dalinar use a shield? Yeah, he does. Yeah, Dalinar sucks. I don't like him. He's a paladin. Spells are fine. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know who my parents were. I don't know who my father was. I haven't thought about these things. I didn't really... Okay, so I don't really make backstories, you guys, because I die a lot. So I just kind of don't make backstories at all, and I just make things up on the fly. And you're all putting me on the spot, and this is kind of nerve-wracking. Could you make the questions a little bit less intrusive into my personal life? I would appreciate that. That would be wonderful. Why is my phone going crazy? Who's texting me? Oh, that's my wife. Hi. Okay. Will Gary the Intern show up in any videos in the near future? Yes. That's gonna be a yes. Everybody loves Gary. Of all the other barbarians you've come across in your life, which path do you find most interesting or weird? Well, there's a bunch of stupid barbarians that always, they don't use axes or great axes. They use so there's one barbarian I met once who had this jumping power. And then he took half damage from everything. And he had lots of hit points and he was super powerful. That's all I know about that. These questions are really hard. These are hard questions. Nistigigigium says, got my players going against an army. Siege on Gauntlet Hall. I remember Siege on Gauntlet Hall. That was fun. I have that. So if they're going against an army, then you certainly want to kill them. It's an army, so you could probably just start the game session and just tell them they're all dead. I don't think you really need to play that game session, because you can't really beat an army, unless they say they run away. If they say they want to run away, then I think that's a legitimate thing, and you should, only kill a couple of them. But that's, remember that the game system is not really made for armies. And so, if I weren't gonna kill them right away, then I would just do it narratively, or I would buy. This is another one of those books that I never have time to read. But apparently, there's stuff in here about armies, so it might be useful. I don't know. I don't have time to read books. That's really hard. But you might get a third-party system like that actually has rules for armies and crap like that. If you want, that's a possibility. I have lots of books all over the place that I never have time to read, and it's disheartening. Zero Gamer is a new member. Well, hello, Zero Gamer. Welcome to the membership. Oh, you guys, I have a checklist, by the way, of things that I'm supposed to talk about tonight. And one of them is to people, if you want to support the channel, there's a money button down below. I think it says join or something like that, but you can just give money and you can become a member. And there are lots of cool perks of being a member. And Zero Gamer is apparently a new member, and he is benefiting from these perks. And you can tell just by looking at him that he is very happy, and you will be happy too. So yes, that's. I think that's all I have to say about that. Noveller says a big heavy axe or super sharp axe. Well, Noveller, it's not how big your axe is, but it's how you use it. And I'm going to tell you right now that I've ran into lots of barbarians with little itty bitty axes. And you know what? They suck. So you definitely want to have the biggest axe you possibly can have. That's about right. All right. Yeah, see, look at Zero Gamer says he's very happy. He is very happy. That's excellent. Yeah, Wayne Bowser, he's correct. You get lots of emotes. When you become a member, you look at you have my face. You have the face of that person that always talks in the videos. He's kind of boring. Then you have Gary the intern. You have a boot full of ale, and then there's a club +2. It's a +2 club of clubbing. That's a magic item we made. Oh yeah, there's a giveaway going on. You can win a bunch of D&D tokens. You should sign up down below. Yeah, Danny Arriaga is recommending my hoodie as your merch purchase. I don't know why Danny, I think you should be my official hawker. Like, I could pay you. I could just let you live, and then you can be my hawker. How's that sound? So Livu says, what are your opinions on tools and using them? I am okay with using tools, but usually what I do is like some other moron in the party will go up to a door and try to be using the tools, and they usually don't work very well. And then I usually get impatient and I push them aside and I break the door down. And the dungeon master likes the barbarian when he breaks the door down, because then that triggers a battle and things start happening. You see, I'm going to give you a little, if you want to make your dungeon master happy, do stuff in the game. There's one of the things that gets on the dungeon master's nerves is when the players just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and they don't do anything. And you can just see the dungeon master is sitting there and he's waiting and he just wants you to do something. He doesn't really care about your decisions because he's going to kill you anyway. So you could just open the door. It's not that big of a deal. And so when you have a barbarian that just goes and opens the door when everybody else is talking and they're not sure what to do, well, that's when the dungeon master likes you when you do that. So that's my advice that's how you woo the dungeon master and get on their good side, and then you marry them. And then you can get as much XP as you want, and you can get all of the magic items you want because you're married to the dungeon master. That's what I'm working on right now. It's my master plan. Okay, yes, you guys, I'm itchy. You guys, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start itching this war paint, and it's not gonna be good. So, John Scarehue asked who won the game with me. Okay, so I didn't do an official announcement because I've been super busy. But so there were people that won my giveaway to play D&D with me, and I'm going to tell you who their names are. Let me find them really quick. Hold on a second. Let's see. Well, they all know. So if you won, you already know, because all 4 of them are already in the game in my Discord server, and they're getting ready to play the game. So they already know. So if you don't know it's you, then it's not you. You should already know. But just so the rest of you know that I'm not cheating and pretending to give stuff away, but I'm actually giving it away. Artemis Themp won, and then the other guy is called Jarvis. Jarvis won, and then John Hutchinson, or something like that. And then Pine, something like that. Oh, esa palabra no muy bueno. No es muy bueno. I can't say that word on the stream. I'll get demonetized. So yeah, those are the 4 people that won. Yep, congratulations, everybody. Progressive of me? How? I'm not progressive. What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean by calling me progressive, Cameron? That's not very nice. You don't come into somebody else's live stream and call them names. Okay? You need to behave. You need to be good. Otherwise the moderators are going to take care of you, and you're not going to like it. So Kelvin says, what do you do when your players are overthinking too much? Well, I just answered that question. Didn't I just answer that? Like, I don't know. I don't have players. I would just, be patient. And then it's actually pretty funny. This one time I remember I was running a game once, and they were all thinking about what they're going to do on the other side of the door. They were pretending that on the other side of the door there were some big bad people, and they had this elaborate deception they were going to do, and they set up an ambush, and they spent about 20 minutes deciding all of this stuff they were going to do because there was somebody else on the other side of the door, and they got it all set up, and it took 20 minutes, and then when they opened the door, there was nobody there. And that was a very satisfying moment because I laughed at them, and they all thought they thought I was being evil, and I liked it. I would just throw monsters at them if they're thinking too much. There needs to be a time limit on thinking. You only have so much brain, and if you use it up too quickly in life, then you end up probably like me. So you don't want to do that. Where'd my spreadsheet go? Wow. Oh, Scarlet Skinner, hello. I'm very new to D&D. I am too. I don't quite understand the difference between the non-magic classes. What's the difference between, say, a barbarian and other frontline fighter besides backstory? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that the too long didn't listen to me talk too long is barbarian is the best one, and the other ones really suck. Fighters are pretty good, but they're not very good because they don't have as many hit points as the barbarian, and they don't do as much damage in one attack. But they do enough. They do more damage over multiple attacks. But that gets complicated because then you got to roll the dice more. Barbarian don't have to roll as many dice. Paladins are big pansies. I keep trying to say a bad word, and I'm not supposed to say bad words. It's on my contract. So paladins are bad. You don't want to be a paladin. They're complicated. They got lots of rules. They have a smite, and they have stuff that recharges. I don't know. I would just be a barbarian. And don't make a backstory. Nobody cares about backstories. You're just gonna die anyway. What does it matter if you have a backstory? Yeah. Cameron, you don't laugh at me. He did the ROFLLMAO, and that means that he's laughing at me. Called me progressive, and now he's laughing at me. Yeah, that's right, Zero Gamer. Fat Cat is the password for the giveaway tonight. The Fat Cat. That's the password. So make sure you do that. That's the best way to do it. Okay, what's next? This advice is very serious. Why are you calling my advice hilarious? You're as bad as Cameron. You guys are all being jerks tonight. Except for Wayne Bowser Jr., because he gave me a bunch of money. He's my friend. Yeah. And Danny's my friend because she plugs my merch. Yep. And she bought a hoodie from me. I got a commission off that. Yeah, I bought a hot dog. What? I didn't slip out of the accent. Don't accuse me of stuff that I didn't do. Let's see. Viper Venom says, you keep talking about this contract. Have you multi-classed into Warlock secretly? No, but here's the thing. I talked to my Dungeon Master who said that I could do this live stream tonight, and he gave me a very specific list of things that I'm supposed to make sure I do.
Like, for instance, I had to go to this screen right here, and I had to read off these people's names because they give us money and they're really cool. And then I had to tell you about this giveaway to sign up for. And then I had to show you this disclaimer. This disclaimer right here, this is the one that you should probably just ignore because I'm giving you very good advice tonight. So you just ignore that disclaimer. There's no reason to look at that. Oh, it's down in the description too if you want to read it, but you don't need to. All right. Yeah, I'm not progressive. Commander says, what is your intelligence score now that you're bumping your ASI? Well, I was at a 4 to begin with, and then I put it up to a 6. I don't tell my dungeon master this, but he let us roll our ability scores by ourselves, and he said that and I quote, he said, I trust you. And I cheated. I definitely lowered my intelligence and then increased my strength. It's true. Don't tell him. Okay, what's next? Ashley. Hello, Ashley Burnham. Who did you burn? Ashley, you should not be coming into live streams burning people. I'm just telling you, that's not very nice. You're like Cameron and Wonder Furret. Not very nice. What's your retirement plan once all the adventures are done? Well, you know what? I have been clubbing lots of pretty girls over the head, and I've been putting them into a big hole. And I keep filling the hole with sand so they can't escape. And I think that when I'm done, I'm going to dig them all out, and I'm going to retire with them all. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I'm kind of working with agile methodology. It's like an iterative approach, you know what I mean? So we're just kind of, we're still in the middle of sprint planning right now, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But that's my retirement plan. I'm going to ask my Scrum Master. He probably knows what I should do. Okay, next question. That was a little too personal, and I probably just admitted to a crime or something. I'm not going to name my axe. I don't name axes. My subclass is assassin. I think I answered that already. Where are these questions? Okay. How did you meet the party? At a tavern, because that's good. Besides your axe, what is your favorite keepsake? Well, Eric Clark. I wear a necklace. I don't know. What is your favorite spell that the wizard casts? Fireball. It's always fireball. Of course it's fireball. What is my favorite food? Chili kalilis. I love chili kalilis. One of the people that I put in the hole that's going to be my wife someday makes chili kalilis, and they're very delicious, so I like them. Thank you, Danny Waffles. Danny Waffles! I like waffles too. Yeah. What is your opinion on glaives, Mr. Barbarian? I think they're stupid. You know why they're stupid? Because you have halberds. And you know what? This is a book. You can look up glaives and halberds in this book right there. It's kind of a big word. You can look up glaives and halberds in there, and you know what the difference is between the two of them? There's no difference at all. It's like somebody over there was just being stupid, and they're like, let's just make a halberd. Oh, you know what? Let's make another weapon that's like pretty much the same thing, and let's just call it something different. But they both are identical. It's stupid. Yeah, Daniel, put in the hole is the new term for marriage. That's right. I have lots of people in the hole right now. Yep. Okay, Pro for the Kill has a very good question. I'm going to assume that you're a male, Pro, and I'm going to call you he. And if that's offensive, I don't care. You can just, leave an angry comment down below. Because I am not progressive. Cameron. Pro for the Kill says, is there any tips? Well, first of all, you have to say, are there any tips? Because that's not grammatically correct to say, is there any tips? But I'm just going to let you know that right now. See, I'm a bully too. Are there any tips for someone who is DMing for the very first time in a few weeks? Well, you know what? The thing that I would usually tell people is you really just want to kill all of your players as quickly as possible. You want to make their game experience miserable so they never want to play with you again. You want to be the biggest jerk possible to them. You want to definitely try to beat them all. And you want to make the game boring for them. Don't be prepared for the game at all. Just show up and just do whatever. Just start looking through the books and have it be boring. It's okay if they're on their cell phones and they're like croqueting. Is that a word? Or crocheting? What's the thing where you're sewing with the big sticks? You know the big sticks? So that's what you do. Just be be boring and stuff. And don't prepare anything. Don't know the rules. You don't need to know the rules at all. You just show up and just do it. And everything will be fine. And then your players will leave you and never come back. And then you find more players to torture. I've never killed an owl bear. Owl bears are scary, Top Cow. Ooh, I'll kill a cow though. Cows are good meat. Noah Beach says, if you could smash or crush someone right now, who would it be? I would smash Cameron because he called me progressive. That's not very nice. Thank you, Wonderfur. I accept your apology. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. My least favorite party member is the wizard. Uh-oh. I screwed that up. I have never ridden a dragon before, Penguin Butt. Oh, hi, Penguin Butt. How are you doing? Never ridden a dragon before. Have you ever licked a beholder's eye stalk? Samuel, that's a kind of a personal question, don't you think? I don't think that's appropriate for a live stream, Samuel. That's not. Moderators, I thought you were moderating. Gary's an intern. SB Oakley wants to know what class Gary is. Gary is an intern. That's what he is. Okay. How often do you enter your rage? Top Cow, every time I see your name. I like to crush things. Yes, Cthulhu, I know what progressive means. Progressive is, so like, when you're in a game and there's a loading bar and it gets farther and farther this way, and that means that you're getting closer to playing the game, and that's progressive. Eric Clark, would you rather eat a gelatinous cube from the inside or dance a jig in a pit of black pudding? That's kind of a difficult question. That's a moral dilemma. You know what? I think that I would probably get a straw and use that on the gelatinous cube from the outside. And then I would push the rogue into the pit of black pudding. Yeah, that's what I would do. That was not a good question. Okay. Lightning says, one of my players is getting bored when it isn't their turn for like 2 minutes. What do I do? Well, you know what? I would tell the player to calm the crap down. What's your problem? Like, seriously. Like, it's 2 minutes. Do you think the whole world revolves around you? You think this game is just for you to play alone? No, there are other players at this game. You need to be patient a little bit. You need to control yourself a little bit. Learn a little bit of discipline, all right? Like, not everything can be yours when you want it, how you want it, as fast as you want it. Be patient. Listen to the other players. Like, enjoy their talkie-talkie. Okay? And know that you're allowing them to have fun, even though you're bored. So just calm down a little bit. And don't be so selfish. And I would give them a cell phone so they can play on that. Okay. Noveler says, have you ever smashed something or someone you weren't supposed to? Yes. See, that's what we call a closed question. So you want to ask open-ended questions. When you ask open-ended questions, you get better answers. And that's why you got a crappy answer, because you asked a closed-ended question. Once you've been a member longer and your dragon gets bigger, you're going to learn all these tricks of the trade. And you're going to get better answers to your questions. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good on answering the questions. I'm almost keeping up, I think. Uh-oh, I missed one. I answered that one. When you do a one-shot, do you make sure it ends right there without chance of further developments? Yes! Absolutely. Are you crazy, Catherine? You always end the one-shot in one game session. That is the definition of a one-shot. It's just one game session. It's a one-shot. Like, for instance, right now, I have 4 people that just wanted to play D&D with me. Well, not with me. They're going to play with the real Dungeon Master. I'm just a pretend Dungeon Master. But we're going to play one session, and we're not going to play anymore. We're going to play for about 4 hours or 5. It might take us 6. I don't know. But it's going to be done. And at the end of it, they're all probably going to say, wow, we had fun. We'd like to do this again. And I'm going to say no. And then it's going to be over. And that's how you do a one-shot. SB Oakley says, what class would you be if you weren't a barbarian? That's not a good question. I would, you know what? I'm going to entertain the question because this is a theoretical question and I like theory. I would probably be a mind flayer because mind flayers eat brains and I could make a whole race of brainless barbarians. And I think that would make me feel better. Yes, I did meet an intellect devourer once and I picked it up and I pet it. And I'm going to tell you, Kelvin, it was very soft and squishy. It was very pleasant. I was happy. When should you or shouldn't a barbarian rage or always rage? Marcus Reese. My voice is starting to hurt, Marcus. This is really hard. I've been shouting all day. What was the question again? Oh, I always rage. Wayne I always call you Browser, like an internet browser. What is your favorite alcoholic beverage? I actually don't drink a whole lot anymore. I kind of stopped drinking like almost half a year ago. I occasionally do, but I will tell you, there is a local beer where I live called M43. I think that's M43. It has grapefruit juice in it, and it's very delicious. But I don't drink a whole lot. So, yeah. Have you ever drank a potion of fire breath? I think you'd like it. I would. I would probably hold my breath, too, if I were to drink it and then breathe. What scares me the most? Too many questions, Top Cow. That's what scares me. Would I rather kill a beholder or kill a shopkeeper? Well, I'll tell you what. I think I would probably take the shopkeeper and chop his arms off. And I would just watch him bleed for a while. And then he's probably going to flop around a little bit. And then as he's flopping around, I would get the beholder to paralyze him. And then he's going to be in pain. But he's not going to flop anymore. And then probably, I think that would be pretty fun. That's my answer. Mr. Penguin Butt, I want to take a break. It's just really hard. Do you put your makeup, so Cthulhu says, do you put your makeup on by dipping your hand in blue paint? No. I have a template right here. So basically what I do is I put paint on this template and then I put the template on my face. Just like that. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. That's pretty much how I do it. I think I got through all the questions. What kind of merchant is my favorite merchant? Well, I usually just kill them first and then see what they have. And the ones that have all the good stuff, those are the ones that I think are my favorite ones. Okay. Yes, blue paint face palming. That's exactly what I do. What color is your favorite set of dice? I don't use dice. I use my axe. Chicken tender lovers leaving us. Oh, it's so horrible. That's just it's terrifying. Uh-oh. I lost my thingy. Okay. Do I like Guapo? Yes, I love Guapo. He's my favorite cat. All of my cats have, abandoned me tonight. What level are you? SB Oakley, hello. I am level 6. Yes, I'm level 6. I think I got through all of the questions. That was wonderful. How do I feel about turtles? They're wonderful. Thank you. Wayne Bowser Jr. says, I have learned nothing. I show up and have fun. Yes. Don't judge the dragon, everybody. Yes, I like dragons. They're very good. Have you ever been given water breathing without being told? No, I don't think so. My axe is pretty big. It's like that long. It's pretty big. Ah. It's a big axe. Yeah, I like the wizard. The wizard is fine. No, it's not a magical axe. It's a normal axe. We're running out of questions. Okay, do you guys want to do a serious question and answer? I feel like I'm getting bored. We could do a serious one if you want. I would never use a glaive. I have a primal path. I'm the one where I get immunity to all the damage. Yeah, there's lots of repeat questions in here. All right, how about we just do a serious live stream? I feel like the Barbarian has worn himself out. Yeah, ZB Oakley, I got you, dude. I was just messing with you. Yeah. So the questions all started to like get to repeating themselves and kind of asking the same stuff. Yeah, it was a good run. Ugh, I went strong. How long did I do that for? How long was I live for? Was I really live for an hour and 15 minutes? That can't be right. Just 20 minutes? Just 20 minutes? Okay. Like my OBS is telling me something a little different here. Oh, I know why it says that. Yeah, we're gonna hop back to normal Q&A, guys. We're gonna go back to the normal thing. And hold on a second. I think I'm coming in. Is my volume okay? It looks like it's coming in a little bit hot. If it's coming in hot, I can tweak that bad boy. I was messing with my gain, but that might be off a little bit. 45 minutes. Ugh! You guys, that was like hurting my throat too. It's hard to talk that way for too long. 41 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. All right, cool. About 40 minutes, yeah. Natalie Spain, what's going on? Generous Heel, hello. Good to see you guys. All right, let's do some serious question and answer now. I feel like we had a good run. That was about 40 minutes, and it was petering out. Yeah, that's the first time I tried to do like a live stream or something like that with the Barbarian and that stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's do some serious stuff. Serious Q&A, serious Dungeon Master questions. I'll keep the Warpaint on, but you will hear my normal voice, and I'll give you serious answers. So, yeah. Zero Gamer, if your players defeated their first dragon, what level were they? That would be my question. What level were they? And how hard was, I mean, like, what like, was it an ancient dragon? Was it an adult dragon? Like, all of those things are considerations for what kind of reward or loot you're going to give them. Ultimately, dude, my answer to you, Zero Gamer, is going to be to roll on the tables in the Dungeon Master Guide relative to their level. So if they're level 13, then roll on the, 11 through 15 table or something, and give them about 2 or 3 rolls on it. Make sure they get at least 1 or 2 magic items. You know, give them some cool crap. It's a dragon, you know? So, yeah. Thomas says, what's the best or funniest use of a useless magic item you've ever seen happen? So, like, there are one useless magic item. It's not useless, but one magic item that my players got once was the ever-smoking bottle. And I'll tell you what, I gave that to them not having any clue of how useful that was. And they were using that from, like, when they got it at, like, level 5 all the way up to level like 20. They were using that thing and putting it to good use. Like it's like fog cloud. It's heavy obscurement. You can't see anything. It was an amazing, really, really good magic item. I would have never thought it would be so useful, and it was crazy useful. So yeah, that was a good call. They were really good with that. Okay, I'm gonna start scratching myself and stuff here. All right, we got the spreadsheet going, guys. I got like 5 moderators in the spreadsheet. Is anybody copying questions in the spreadsheet? Maybe my moderators all left. Generous Heel looks like he's still here. Danny, I don't know what Eldritch Horrors are. Eldritch Horror, I'm not sure what those are. Zero Gamer says my players defeated their first. Oh, I already answered that one. See, this is what happens when my moderators forsake me. I'm lost. Samuel Dancing Gallo says, what are your thoughts on a tavern that sells drinks laced with certain potions? Sure, sounds cool. Do it. What's your favorite creature type? Ben Burns says, I don't think I have one. Usually I just kind of go through like the monster manual and stuff or Morning Canaans and find some cool stuff. I think I just got a super chat. Who was that? Cody Lee, what up, dude? How's it going? It's been a long time since I played Magic, man. I'm just telling you. Cody and I and our buddy John and stuff sometimes get together and play Magic. Barbarian, you are clearly the strongest PC. Why do you let the other players mock you? You should just slay them all. Yeah, well, Cody, the Barbarian is sometimes the butt of the jokes in those skits. And he has some little zinger lines and crap that he does, you know. Yeah, but I could totally just kill them all. I mean, I could do anything in those skits. The Barbarian could be in every chair. You could have a whole party of barbarians. That would be interesting. Thomas Bartko, have you ever ran a campaign from start to finish from level 1 to 20? Yes. If so, how did it go? It went very well. That was my Manus Invictus group. We went from level 1 to level 20. Lots of fun. There was one TPK in there. They all died and then came back, and we just kept running the same campaign. I swear I'm going to itch. I'm going to itch this paint off because it's itchy. So it went really well. Okay, Galen Smokescale, what up, dude? All right, you're here more or less? All right, cool. Where is Gary? Doing Gary would be really hard in a live stream. So you guys, when I do Gary in my videos, I record the voice of Gary separately from me being in the mask, because the mask muffles my voice a lot and you can't hear it very well. And that mask, I can barely see out of that mask. And so if I were trying to like do a live stream or something with that mask on, it would be like impossible. I couldn't see anything. It's like one of those cheap Halloween masks. It cost me like $10 or something off Amazon, you know. Jake, I don't know what a false Hydra campaign is. So I may have run one, and I may have not. I don't know. Penguin Butt says, how do you introduce new characters in a PC dies? I have no technique to that, Penguin Butt. I'm going to tell you, Penguin Butt, when a character dies and then that player rolls up a new character, my only care in the world is to introduce his new character as quickly as possible to the game. I do not want him sitting there for an hour or 2 hours just waiting to be introduced. I think it is the stupidest, my personal opinion, it is the stupidest thing in the world to worry about introducing characters just the right way, while you neglect the fact that you have a player sitting there bored out of his mind because his character hasn't been introduced yet. So I come up with the just silly, quick ways to get them back in the game as quickly as possible. Oh, you open the door and there's a guy all tied up and you rescue him and he's the new character. I don't know. Just pick something. I just want to get that player back in the game, having fun in the game as quickly as possible. And perfect introductions and stuff like that could be the last thing I care about. I just don't care. I just want to play the game and have the players have fun. And when you get too worked up about the story and all this kind of stuff, then that's not my jam. I mean, yeah, whatever. Next question. We know everyone. Yes, Wayne. Everybody loves the Barbarian. Danny says, lightning, I recommend not spamming. Yeah, I would not spam. Nina. What's up, Nina? Or Nina? I'm gonna go Nina because I speak Spanish, and to me that says Nina. I've never seemed to be able to get my players to higher levels. They get so easily bored with their characters and want to make new ones. How do I keep their interest in it? Dude, Nina, dude. Like, if your players get bored with their characters and they're level 5, just whichever one wants to play a different character, they can just make a new level 5 character and replace this one, and then they just keep on playing the game. Just because they want to play new characters doesn't mean they have to reroll at level 1 and start the whole game over again or start a new campaign. I've many times, well, no, I wouldn't say many times, but frequently, often enough, I have players that will come to me and just be like, yo, I'm bored with my character. I want to try something out new. Is that cool? And I'll be like, yep, that's cool. Not a problem. And they could be level 12. They roll up a new level 12 character, and we figure out a way to make the swap, and they make the swap, and they keep playing the game. There's no reason you got to start over because they want to play new characters. You can just swap them in, swap them out. It's not a big deal. Party swapping, yes. Yes, please use hashtag all caps questions if you want to ask a question. I will get confused. Russell Duffer, yes, I have run games where players control 2 PCs each. I actually, when I'm a player, I love controlling 2 PCs, and I'll tell you why. Like, as a dungeon master, I am used to doing a lot of stuff very fast simultaneously. Okay, so when I'm a player, I can handle 2 PCs and not bog the game down. It's not that hard. Okay, you just do it. And so I love playing 2 PCs because like I'm just boom 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 boom, and I can play more. You know, so I love doing that. I have had when I first started playing with my daughter, she and I played just us by ourselves, and she would run 2 PCs. I would run 2 PCs, and I'd also be the dungeon master. You know, I don't necessarily recommend that approach, but I did it because it was my daughter, and we're playing D&D together. So, you know, I just got done recording last night all of my videos for what are we? January, February, March. All my videos for March, and one of my videos is about what do you want to call it? Hirelings, followers, NPCs, and DMPCs. And I give a scathing rant about DMPCs. So look forward to that video in March. But I'm guilty of it myself. So, all right, keep going for some questions. Kelly Preston says, "How have you handled taking on a dragon god?" I'm not sure what that means. Fat Man Do, is it Q&A only tonight, or will there be a creation? No, we're just going to do Q&A tonight, Fat Man Do. I'm just taking it easy tonight. Do some Q&A, hang out for a little bit. You know, I don't know how long we're going to do this. Eventually I'm going to want to go to bed. So, yeah. Usually, see, I had a thing. I had like a team hangout thing tonight. And so I wasn't able to start at 6. And since I couldn't start at 6, I decided, well, we'll just do Q&A for a little bit, and we'll just call it a day. So, Ken Sloan says, "Can I run 2 PCs?" No, Ken. Not. So Ken is in my he is in my Sword Coast Guard game. So Ken Sloan right here, you guys see Ken? He is Roku in my Sword Coast Guard game. By the way, you guys, if you want to watch us play D&D, I have a second YouTube channel called the DM Lair Streams, and there's a link down in the description to that channel, and you can watch all of our game sessions. And we are playing this Sunday, actually, and it's gonna be fun. Danny says, "Is there any official rules for switching domains for a cleric?" Nope, not that I'm aware of. If I were the dungeon master and my player was like, "I want to switch domains," I'd be like, "Okay, can you justify it?" And they'd be like, "Okay, here's my in-character story why I'm gonna switch religions or something," and I'll be like, "Okay, sounds good, let's do it," and then we'll just do it. You know, as long as the player is not like doing it every other game session, like I don't care. I want my players to have fun, and so if they want to do things like that every so often, it's not a big deal. But as my player Ken will tell you, we had a player once who what was it? Hold on a second. Am I getting confused? Did I just get confused? Hold on a second. I got to check something. Roku. What's your real name, Roku? Am I getting... I don't... You know what? This is funny because I do not call my players by their real names. I always refer to them by their in-game names. And so now I'm getting confused. Is this actually my player? You guys, I'm having like a... No. No, it's not. Oh, I totally got confused. That's not... Wait. Is Ken Sloan not the same as Kevin? Yeah, you totally got me. You got me, dude. Hold on a second. I swear. Oh, it is. Oh, it is Kevin. Okay. Dude, I swear, man. Like, you totally had me. I was like, I know you were Roku, and then for a moment I was like, wait a second. Is his name Ken? His name's not Ken, is it? And then I had to go look to see what your real name was. Oh, that's awesome. I was totally confused for a second there. Yeah, I don't know my players' names, you guys. I have no idea who my players are. I call them by their in-game names. Okay, let's see. We got some super chats. Oh, Nina! Welcome, Nina, to being a member. Thank you. I appreciate supporting the channel and stuff. Nina, I do want to be clear, and this is for any members, anybody who is a member and is just becoming a member, Nina. Make sure you join my Discord server. There's a link down in the description to it, and send me a private message so that I can get you hooked up with all of your like member benefits and perks and stuff, okay? Or you can send me an email, but Discord's the best. Please send me a PM on Discord so I can get you hooked up, Nina. Yeah. And just let me know you've arrived. And then I'll get you hooked up. Because like that's like YouTube sucks. There's no way that I can manage memberships in their platform. I got to tell people to contact me. I think it's so lame. All right. Yes, Danny, you were forgetting to rep the second channel. That's not cool. Okay, bye, Penguin Butt. See you later. She is leaving. Do you limit your players' backstories? No, I don't limit. So Viper Venom, I don't limit their backstories. They can write as much as they want. In fact, I prefer they don't write too much. I prefer my players keep their backstories to a maximum of 1 page. I've had players come to me with 5-page or 10-page backstories, and wow, that's hard. Like, I don't want to read that much. I just don't. Give me the basic details of your character and make it concise, and that's all I need to know. So I don't limit it, but man, I sure appreciate it when they're concise and keep it to 1 page. You know, because I want to read it and I want to make stuff in my game that has to do with their backstories, you know, but if they make it hard, it's hard. And not everybody's a good writer either. So sometimes you get these backstories where they tried, they put their heart into it, but they're not writers. All right, I think I saw a super chat. Hold on. Nice to GM. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. Got any tips? B got it. But any tips for Siege on Gauntlet Hall? Tips for running it? I'm all itchy here. This paint. I don't know, dude. Like, it's kind of a sandboxy adventure, so your players can, you know, take any route they want. I think there are about 3 or 4 different objectives they have to obtain to beat the adventure. I would just allow them. I mean, I think the battering ram taking down the gates is the thing that happens that starts it off. So they kind of have to do that. But after that, give them the choice of assaulting the different parts of the besieging army. And then have the besieging army react based on what the players do. Like my group, the Sword Coast Guard, when they ran that adventure, they ended up bringing down the entire army into the catacombs underneath Gauntlet Hall, and there was like this big battle down there, and that was pretty cool. This really itches. My guapo's down here bugging me. Cody Lee says, have you played in Ravnica or used materials such as races from the Ravnica book? Nope, and nope. John has. Ask John, Cody. John likes it a lot, so ask John. Skittles, can you do a live stream for all the players? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe for like a half an hour. I don't even know if I could do that for the rogue. Like, seriously, the rogue, that voice is very hard to do for a long period of time. And I feel like not only would it hurt all of your ears, but my throat would be destroyed by doing the rogue. Prosato, ¿qué onda, hombre? Me encantan tus transmisiones. Ellos son los mejores. Gracias, hombre. Gracias por venir a escuchar. What do we got going on here? Zero Gamer says, I'm currently running a module for 4 players, and I have 4, about to get 4 extra players who are going to join. How do I balance out encounters? Is there a good website, or is it just guess? Yes, so Zero Gamer, I'm just gonna drop a link down below to the site that I use for balancing out encounters. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I probably need to explain it to you. There's a link to it. That's what I use, so you can recalc all the battles and stuff for 8 players, and good luck. I would almost say split that into 2 different games and run 2 games if you got time to do that. It might be more satisfying, unless you're into big groups. I personally would not want to run an 8-player group, ever. Not on a long-term basis. Maybe at a convention for a one-shot, but that's it. I would rather do 2 groups with 4 players in each. That would be much more fun, I think, for everybody. But anyway, that wasn't your question. I answered your question, so let's move on. Danny says, have you ever run an evil campaign? Not really. But I have a feeling that my Ancient Dragon campaign that I'm running with my patrons is tending toward the morally questionable side of things. So we're going to see where that goes. Barking Cricket, does the Barbarian's face paint represent anything? It represents my hand going on my face. That's all it represents. Novelerd00 says, have you had groups who had fun even after... Absolutely, dude. TPKs mean nothing. Dude, like, all of my groups, except for my Ancient Dragons, have TPK'd. The Sword Coast Guard has TPK'd. My Manus Invictus group, TPK'd. My Youngling group with the kids, well, they're teenagers now, they've TPK'd. They just TPK'd. They literally just all died. And all of my groups have TPK'd. And all of them continue to have fun. You know, that's part of the game. It's part of the game. It happens from time to time. And you just roll up new characters and you keep on going. You can continue with the same campaign. New adventurers come in and they pick up where the old adventurers left off. There's no reason that that's the end of the game or the end of the campaign. You just keep on going. And so all of my groups, except for my Ancient Dragons, have TPK'd. And we all just keep playing the game and we keep having fun because that's part of the game. I don't think that I have yet to have a player who gets all torn up over their character dying. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I had a player who got all torn up because their precious character died and they're all like upset about it, I don't think I'd have a whole lot of sympathy for that. It's a game. You need to like get over it. I might sound heartless and cruel here, but it's a stinking game. All right? It's like, I don't know. I've never had that happen to me before, but I've heard things and crap on forums and stuff. So, who knows? Brosado, bye for the last time. See you later, dude. He has a 9-player group. That's cool. That's a lot. That's a lot. Rainier the Conqueror says, do you have any advice for playing a sentient item for your players? One of mine just found a sentient ring in a recent session. So this is what I do, Rainier. I give my players information about the magic item, but it doesn't include all of the information about the sentience part of it. I keep a separate copy of the magic item for myself that has notes and information about the sentient part of the magic item, its personality and that kind of stuff, you know, so that helps me like role play that item. That said, I'm usually way too busy to even remember that my player has a sentient item and I never end up even using it. So Danny, no hablo muchacho. So you're doing good just to remember that your player has a sentient magic item and to roleplay it from time to time. You would be winning in my book if you could just remember it, because I usually forget. Ask Dalinor. Dalinor has a sentient morning star, and I always forget about it. So it's like, whatever. There we go. Look at that. We caught the cat. I did not even put snacks or anything. He just jumped in of his own volition. He got like tired of me talking. He just jumped in. He's like, boom, there we go. I need to have the webcam needs to like be above the box so you can see him a little bit better. But that's Guapo right there. He just jumped in. All right. Jordan Davidson says, do you encourage your players to have backup characters ready to go just in case? I do. I have mentioned it from time to time. Not a whole lot of my players actually make backup characters. Some of them do. But yeah, that's the answer. Avian says, if you were to introduce a new party member into the skits that was an artificer, how would you roleplay that? I have no idea. I had to think about that. I'd probably want to get some sort of gadget arm, like have my arm be like a cannon or something. That would be pretty cool. Maybe have like a little mechanical bird or something that sat on my shoulder. I don't know. I don't know how I'd roleplay it though. I'd have to figure that out. Barking Cricket says, what would you do about a player who overuses the cube of force to the point where encounters that should be fairly difficult are a piece of cake? First talk to him, moderate it if you can. If he's like, no, I'm going to keep on using it, then what are you going to do? You're going to nerf it. Either you're going to nerf it or you're going to make all the encounters a lot more difficult. Or you're going to make the cube of force have a certain number of uses and then it can't be used. You can use it like once per day or once per week or something. At some point, like, there are some magic items in the game that are very, very powerful. And sometimes as the Dungeon Master, you just don't realize it when you give them the magic item. And when that happens, you got to come clean and you got to talk to your players and you got to come to a solution that everybody can live with. Otherwise, the game will just be like too easy. It can be broken. Some things are broken and you got to talk about that. Jack Bellinger says, what is your opinion on pre-written compared to homebrew campaigns? I think both are legitimate, dude. I have total respect for Dungeon Masters who use pre-written modules and total respect for Dungeon Masters who write their own campaigns. I think both are legitimate ways to do it. The pre-written stuff theoretically saves the Dungeon Master a little bit of time. It might be easier for newer Dungeon Masters who don't know what all they need to create for their own, if they're going to try to do a homebrew campaign, you know. So I think there are pros and cons of each of them. I think homebrew campaigns are easier to kind of tweak and adapt on the fly depending on what your players do. I think with a pre-written module, you probably need to get buy-in from your players, and they need to agree that, yes, we are going to run this module, and we're not going to go stray way over here. You know what I mean? So there are pros and cons of each. My favorite race or class combo, I like rogues. I like Hexblade Warlocks, but I like to try out different things. I don't really have a big favorite. Okay. What do you think of unofficial supplements like those from Kobold Press? It seems to me like they wouldn't be broken like home something. I need text wrap. I can't read that. You know, I don't know, dude. I've not read that stuff. I just don't know. I have no idea. They may or may not be broken. They might be well balanced. Who knows? I mean, some of the official stuff isn't well balanced. Yeah, I don't. Thank you for text wrap. I appreciate that. I don't really have an opinion on that, besides what I just said. How do you incorporate your PC's backstory into your campaign? Sean Burt. So what I do, Sean, is I read through the backstory and I look for little hooks. I look for little things that I can incorporate into the game somehow. So for instance, one of my players, Dalinar or Eladin or somebody, had a Thieves Guild background. And so I looked for a way for there to be a mission that kind of incorporated that Thieves Guild or something into the actual game. And they went off and did something. I have 2 videos on my channel. They're called Campaign Creation, Part 1 and Part 2. And those talk about there are 2 different arcs that you're going to put in your game. You're going to put your story arc, your main plot line arc. I forget what I call it in the video. And then there's a character arc. And your characters have special arcs as well. Little plot lines that you build into your game that are basically built off from the backstories of your players. And so that they can have the main plot line that's progressing here and they're going on the main adventures and stuff, but there are little tiny adventures or little things that happen that have to do with the players that are personalized according to their backstories. And I do stuff like that as well. So you can go check out a couple videos on that. I think there's no sense in showing this box anymore since the cat is no longer in there. Kelly Preston says, how many of the D&D board games do you have? I have Wrath of Ashardalon and The Legend of Drizzt. Those are the two that I actually have. I bought them purely for the minis. I have never played the board games themselves. Just got them for the miniatures. 100%. Lizardo Gonzalo Nunez Montoya says, how would you do a campaign inspired in Warcraft 3? No idea. I don't know Warcraft 3. That's all I got. Top Cow, you can choose a class or background however you want, buddy. Whichever one appeals to you. Or roll some dice. Yes, Generous Heal, the cat is gone. The cat is right down here, rubbing against my leg. Oh, nice. Lariota says, I just finished DMing my group of newbie players who took all my plans and turned them upside down. But your videos prepare me for on-the-fly modifications, made for a great night of play. Awesome. I'm glad they were helpful. Which is interesting because I don't actually talk. I don't know that I talk a whole lot about improvising stuff on the fly. But I suppose the videos still helped you. That's good to know. Jonathan Baker says, how high level do you usually take your campaigns? I tend to struggle to challenge the players at level 15 plus. Yeah, dude, so I go to 20. I almost always go to 20 or close to it. The Sword Coast Guard is probably going to get to level 18 before they meet Lord Paxton, I would guess. You just got to make the more and more deadly encounters. Like right now, the Sword Coast Guard is level 16, I think. 16 or 17. And I am throwing encounters at them that are like way beyond the deadly threshold. And they're doing just fine. So you just got to throw crazier crap at them. You just keep on going. Make it crazier until they cry uncle. Commander says, what happens when players purposely TPK by blowing up a mountain for no other reason than suicide? They turned Icefire Speak into a volcano. I don't know, dude. I guess they would roll up new characters. But if you get the sense that they don't want to play the game, you might just be like, dude, you guys even want to play this game? Or are you guys just bored and want to go like stop playing D&D? You might have that conversation as well. I know I probably would if my players all just kept suiciding themselves. I'd be like, so guys, what's up? Do you really want to play this game? Like, if you don't want to play this game, that's cool. Like, we can play something else, or more than likely, I'll go find some different players that actually want to play the game. But it depends on why they did it. I don't know. Well, Danny misses catching the cat. Well, we caught the cat, Danny. So Nathan, Son of the South, have you ever had your group derail a part of your campaign? My group did in our last session. Not really. My groups sometimes take little tangents and do different things, but they always come back to the main storyline. My players, I think they're good sports. They understand that Luke has prepared a campaign. It deals with this. Therefore, we are going to go play this because this is what Luke prepared for us. He spent a lot of time preparing this, and so we're going to honor that and we're going to play the game. So I think my players are just very good and respectful like that. I never force them to do it. I just give them plot hooks, and they follow them. So I think that is an indicator of good players, in my opinion. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to get some more coffee real quick. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Cat just like started rolling around over there. He's like, wait, you can actually see him a little bit. Hold on. Cat cam. You can see him a little bit. See him rolling? That's what he does. He just rolls around. He's a nutbag. Hold on a second. We're gonna do a little something. We're gonna have a convention. I gotta open this seal up. We're gonna have a cat convention. You see, they know what's going on. They're not dumb. They know that when I shake this is going to turn into like an ASMR. They know what this means. All right, here we go. There we go. Give these chubbers, these conkers, some food. That's what they love. ASMR cat feeding. Yes. I buy cat snacks for this. This is why I buy them. All right. Crater Good says, how much do you reveal to your players in Session 0? I'm working on a modified Descent into Avernus campaign that is going into Cosmic Law, Planeswalker, etc. How much should I reveal? Not a whole lot, dude. I would get buy-in from your players on the basic type of campaign or game you're going to run. You know, the basic premise, like very, very minimal detail, but enough that, like, if you want to run a pirate campaign, or you want to run a nautical campaign, or you want to run something in the desert, or you want to run something low magic or high magic, or gritty realism, or survival, or horror, high level, get high level buy-in. But that's enough. The rest of that stuff, don't tell them anything, because you're spoiling potentially parts of the game for them. You know. So that's that answer. Kelly says, have you ever had a player roll a 20 more than once against a boss monster? Yes, I'm positive that's happened before. Yes, if you guys want to join the giveaway for these awesome tactical tokens, you can do so down at the link down in the description below. And the password is FATCAT. So you're going to be prompted to enter a password or a code word or something. I don't know what it's called. And it's FATCAT. So go ahead and do that. You can win some of these bad boys right here. They're cool. Ba-bum. Generous Heel says, when Luke has a need for moderators, he hunts them out in Discord. So join the DM Lair Discord and hang out until the need arises. Yes, absolutely. So, like, when I need moderators, like, I look to my Discord server. There's a link down in the description. Basically, it's a lot of dungeon masters help. The idea is dungeon master community helping each other out. That's the idea of the Discord. But basically, when I need moderators, I look to my Discord community. I see who's interested, and then I see who has been contributing positively to the community, who has been helping other people, you know, and that sort of thing. And those are the people that get chosen to be moderators. I'm looking for people that want to help other people and are, like, good people. Zero Gamer, do you ever make your own monsters? Not really. I have done it a couple times, but I'm not very big on making my own monsters. When I have, like, Monster Manual, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and Volo's Guide to Monsters, I'm not going to spend too much time making my own monsters. What I'm going to do is sometimes I'll take existing monsters and change them just a little bit or tweak them, but that's it. I don't really make my own monsters very much. It takes too much time, and there's not a whole lot of payoff for me personally. But if other people like it, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that it's my personal preference. You good? How many dice sets do you have? Not very many, Panda. I am not a collector of dice. Like, I have enough dice to roll, you know, when I'm playing the game, and some of my players give me dice, but I don't collect dice. I don't really care about dice. It's like, who cares? Miniatures, however, are very useful. I just backed Reaper Bones' most recent Kickstarter. Actually, when I say just backed, I think it was like 4 months ago. My focus is off. Come on, camera. There we go. But it's going to be like 2 years before I probably get those miniatures. It's going to be sad. It's very sad. Maxim Sellen says, fresh DM out of DM school. Would like fresh tips on running campaign ideas and fresh DM evils to throw out players running Storm King's Thunder. Oh, I don't know, dude. Watch my videos. That's the best answer I got for you, dude. Sorry. If I get like generic questions, I'm gonna give you a generic answer. If you give me a very specific question, I'll give you a specific answer. How's that deal? All right, now I'm gonna go back to the spreadsheet. There was a point in time when the spreadsheet did not look like it was being curated, so I was ignoring it.
How do you get a derailed campaign back on track? Drop plot hooks. Talk to my players and say, hey guys, like, do you still want to, are you cool with running this campaign, or are we going to do something different or something? Those are two different ways I would do that. Dragon Queen Dog says, what do you think of the idea of slime that can infest creatures and objects and turn them to be stronger and to spawn normal versions of themselves? Sure, that sounds cool. That's what I think. Galen Smokescale, would you rather prevent a player from dying by fudging some rolls? Nope. I've already answered the question. I never save characters from dying by fudging dice rolls. Ever. Would you go through with it? Yep, every time, 100%. Go through with it, kill them. Because you know what? In the next round, somebody's going to use Revivify and raise them from the dead anyway, so it's not a big deal. What if it comes to a combat encounter? Kill them. Always err on the side of killing them. Let them get used to the idea. It's not a big deal. It's a game, and in 5th edition, they can get resurrected like that. It's not a big deal. I don't know why there's such like an aversion to like killing characters. It's not a big deal. You just do it. And once you get used to doing it, it's not a big deal, and your players get used to it, and it's not a big deal, and you all just enjoy the game and you have fun. That said, I don't have a lot of deaths in my games either. My players play intelligently and they understand how things are, and so they usually do pretty darn well. Ash Sunday, thank you, sir. For sir or ma'am, I don't know where we're going there. Ash Sunday doesn't give me a lot of guidance there, so we're just gonna I'll just call you they. Thank you, they. What would be a good way for a player to be a weapon a la Soul Eater like Maka and Soul? I have no idea what you're asking for. I have nothing. I got nothing for you. I don't know what that means, dude. Sorry. You can, if you want to retype that and clarify what you mean by that, I could try to take a stab at that, but I don't understand the question. It's like when you get, like, have you ever been in a job interview or you've been talking to somebody and they're like, could you please repeat the question? Usually that means that they don't know what the answer is and they want you, they're stalling for time. But every so often, they literally don't understand what you're asking them. That's this case. Barking Cricket says, if you order a pizza on game night, what would the toppings be? We love barbecue. The barbecue chicken pizza is really good. We like that. Our Sword Coast Guard, we always get that. Of course, Nigel doesn't like barbecue chicken pizza, so we got to get pepperoni for Nigel. He's special. Nathan, son of the South. My group derailed the campaign by jumping forward in what I had planned. Okay. Well, then the old stuff is still kicking back there. Like, all of that stuff they didn't resolve, that's still happening. Like, that, all of these problems they didn't take care of because they went to the other problem, well, that stuff is still happening, right? Somebody's got to deal with that, and if they don't, it's just going to get worse. And make sure the players are aware that it's getting worse. You know, this problem is growing, and they can't just ignore stuff. Because if they ignore stuff, that stuff doesn't magically go away. It festers and it gets worse. And those monsters get more powerful, or there are more of them or something. You know? So that's you know, part of, I think that's just like a realistic thing, you know? Panda says, I'm going to be running my first campaign soon. I watched most of your videos, but I was wondering how your first campaign went. Oh, like my very first campaign in high school, it probably sucked. It was probably horrible. And then my campaign, I had a game in college too. I remember about a year or two ago, I found some of the notes from the game that I ran when I was in college, or right after college. And the notes were horrible. Like, I was looking at my notes and I was like, Luke, how did you even run a game with this flaming pile of crap? So I don't know. My players might have had fun, but I'm pretty sure I was pretty horrible as a dungeon master. So that should make all new dungeon masters should feel okay if they are not that good their first time around. Because it takes practice. You got to learn how to do that stuff. Airlorn Wolf says, did you accidentally TPK your players in session 1? Nope, I did not. What did you do after they died? Nothing, because they didn't die. I love answering these questions literally. Generous Heal. Send a pizza to Luke and his players. Yes, we will accept pizzas. I have a P.O. box number I can give you. Of course, it'll probably be bad by the time I will. You know what? I don't know what would happen if I gave you my P.O. box number and you sent a pizza to the P.O. box number. What would the Postal Service do? Like, would they put the pizza? I don't think they would. I think they would probably throw it out. Yeah, I think they'd throw it out. That would be crazy if they put it into a little locker. That would be funny, man. Kevin, so like, I drop these little hints all the time. It would be great. Kevin, do you know how much more benevolent and compassionate and generous a dungeon master is when he is offered just the smallest thing, such as free pizza and a free beer? Like a little bit of free pizza every game session, maybe a beer every so often. It makes your dungeon master so much more, kind and understanding to the players. Might give them a pass sometimes when something horrible happens to them. I'm just throwing that out there. It's something to consider. Maybe take back to the rest of the group. Say, hey, our dungeon master has been working really hard these last 5 years running this game. If he were to get free pizza on us, like, that would be a good way for the group to thank him for his diligent hard work all of these years. I'm just throwing that out there. Dude, I love M43. That is turning into like my favorite beer. I kid you not. I just love that crap. It's got this hoppiness, and that little bit of grapefruit to it. That's really good stuff. Kelly, I got this mug from Mackinac City. There is a little shop up there called Enchanted Nights. It's in a little like touristy strip mall type thing, and that's where I got this from. There you go. Wayne says, my group asks me for money. So your players ask you for money? Hey, Valerie Vixen, thank you for joining the Wormling Dragon member. Appreciate the support in the channel. Valerie, please make sure that you send me a message on Discord so I can get you hooked up with all of your benefits and stuff like that. There's a link to my Discord down in the description where you can join that. And anybody can join my Discord if you want to join it. There's a link down in the description. It's down there. All right. What other games do you play besides D&D? Stand by. We have a little bit of entertainment, a little intermission break. Let's see if this turns into anything fun. Oh, it's getting fun. It's getting fun. Oh, are they done? Are they done? I think they might be done. Oh, it was a little bit of there wasn't a whole lot, Yeah. All right, Wayne, see you next time, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Squirty Pie lost. She always loses. She is such a baby. Melkor, what up, dude? All right, let's find some more questions here. Zero Gamer, when will the random encounter list that we made together last week get published? Dude, that's already published. I published that last Saturday, the day after we made it. It is out on my site, thedmlair.com. You can go find it. It's thedmlair.com. And then you can probably poke around there and you can find it. But it's out there. You can also go to last week's live stream, and I left a link to it in last week's live stream as well. So that has been available for some time now. Danny says, is there any playable race besides human that you don't like? I don't think so. I think I'm okay with them all. And the only reason I don't like human, one of the reasons I don't like human is they don't have dark vision, and everybody does it for that stupid feat at level 1. It's like, okay, just get your free feat, because we all know that feats are overpowered. That's great. Wonderful. Be original. Noveller says, Slotty are the xenomorphs of D&D. Have you ever thought about making a campaign in a similar to Aliens? Nope. I have never thought about that. It sounds cool, though. Greater good. What was the most weird stat block change you ever did? Like giving a rabbit the stat block of a horned devil or something like that, if you ever did that. I don't know. I have no idea, dude. No idea. Viper Venom says, how would you go about addressing and conveying an issue with another player to your dungeon master? I'd just go talk to him. I don't know. It's usually just as simple as just going and talking to them, one-on-one, and talking about it. Tell them what's going on, and then ask him for his help or something, or just talk it out or whatever. Philip, hello Philip, what's going on, dude? What's up, Ketchup? When will we be doing an adventure live stream again? I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you, Philip. Those are kind of hard to do. They're difficult to do as far as a live stream goes. It takes a lot of effort, and they take a long time to actually get the adventure completed. It takes like 4 to 5 streams to actually complete the adventure. It takes a long time. So lately I have been doing just different types of creations, as you probably have noticed. So I am not sure when we're going to do that again. We're probably going to do it at some point, but I might make, I think what happens is I get too big of a map or too big of a dungeon, and then we try to do too much. So I think if we do it again, we need to shrink it down and make it smaller. So it's like maybe 3 rooms in the dungeon, and then that's it. So that's probably what we would do. Jevkov, thank you. I appreciate that. Becoming an adult dragon member. You are awesome, dude. Thanks for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate that. Finally it works. He's been trying it and it wasn't working. All right, dude, remember, please send me a DM, a direct message on Discord, so I can get you hooked up. So Javkov, at your level as an adult dragon, you get like most of the cool stuff. You're going to have access to my VIP Discord channel, which has members and patrons in it, which gives you prioritized access to like me. I'll answer questions and crap like that. You're going to be able to vote on videos for the channel. So like you're going to be able to have a choice, have like an influence on the videos we actually create on the channel. We're going to have monthly hangouts. We have monthly hangouts, voice chat, where we just get together and chat. Usually there's about 5 of us. And so we're just hanging out and talking over in Discord. All right. So you're getting some really slick stuff. But if you want to get all that, you got to make sure you send me that direct message so I can give you the permissions and stuff over on Discord. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You've been trying to get it to work for 4 weeks? Oh, that's nuts, dude. Galen, see you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging, man. It's like 3 a.m. That's nuts. Yeah, lots of adult dragons signing up today. I mean, the adult dragon level of membership is the one that has most of the really cool stuff in it, too. Hey, it's Zero Gamers. Zero Gamers like, really? I'm going to get all of that? He's like, sign me up. Zero Gamer, thank you, sir, for upgrading to adult dragon. Zero Gamer, same thing. Send me a DM on Discord. Make sure you're like, hey, hello, remember to increase my access and stuff like that. I do need the reminders because I've got so much going on in my life. It's pretty crazy. All right. Oh, let's get some answers going here. ZB Oakley says, any advice to improve kobolds as a player race through homebrew? Yeah, I know what you mean, because kobolds from Volo's Guide to Monsters are pretty crappy. They're not very good. Honestly, I would probably just scrap kobolds from Volo's Guide to Monsters. I would probably take something like halfling or gnome and tweak it a little bit until it sounds like a kobold. They would probably still get pack tactics, but I would I would make them better, and I would not give them a negative to their ability scores. I think that's one of the things I hate about Volo's Guide to Monsters, their monstrous races. They have negatives to some of their stats, and I think that's really stupid. Like, the entire Player's Handbook races, none of them have negatives to stats. And for the monstrous races to have negatives, it's really stupid, in my opinion. I don't like it. So I would throw it away, maybe, and just start over. I don't know that helps you, but I'm pretty unsatisfied. Hey, Rabbit! Thank you, Rabbit! Also upgrading his membership. I appreciate the support and all that crap. We're going to have some fun, man. That's nice. I sold you. He's like, well, since you mentioned all those wonderful benefits, let me go find my credit card. That's awesome. Yeah, Javcob, you just started like a chain reaction of people that upping their subs, or they call them memberships here. It's so confusing. Like over on Twitch, they call it subs, where you like pay, to have extra perks from the content creator and stuff. And then on Discord, like they call it memberships, So whatever. Yeah, you got access to all your cool like emoji stuff. It's cool. Oh, is that right, Danny? The only playable race with negative stats are kobolds? I could have swore orcs had negatives. I swear orcs also had negatives, like a -2 to charisma or something. I'm pretty sure. And orcs suck, by the way. The half-orc from Player's Handbook is a bajillion times better than orcs from Volo's Guide to Monsters. Yeah, -2. Okay. Oakley, that's cool, dude. You don't gotta... No, if you don't have money, don't worry about it, man. You just keep coming by, hanging out with us. It's all good, dude. Like, just the simple fact of, like, joining the live streams and hanging out with us and watching videos, you're still supporting the channel. Because just hanging out with us, like, it gives lots of good, like, metric stuff to YouTube anyway. So, like, you're still helping the channel just by, like, chilling with us, You don't have to, like, actually give money and crap. You know what I'm saying? -2 to intelligence. Okay, that's what they have? Okay. Gilmore is like, I'm broke too. Yeah, dude, don't worry about it, man. You guys don't need to worry about it. It's like if you got money to spare and you want to support the channel, that's cool. If you don't, then don't, man. There's no pressure around here. Let me see. I'm looking for some questions here. Let's find some more questions. Blah, 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 blah. Kelly Preston says, how many miniatures I have? I do not have over 7,000. I can tell you that. I probably have over 100 for sure. I might be approaching 200, but I have nowhere. Oh no, you know what? No, I have a couple boxes with more miniatures in them. I might be close to 300. There are some miniatures that I never look at because they're just in boxes. Yeah, I'd go with about 200 to 300 maximum, but not all of them are painted. Right, I'm still working on painting them. Maxim Sellen says, what are some ways to convey a magic item in key area places if there's no magic users in a party? Like in burial areas, or I don't understand that question. I don't get that question. Sorry. Burgosaurus Rex, any tips on running a guild hall? My group recently acquired an old busted guild hall to revamp. So what I would do, first of all, they need to spend money to get revamped. So 1,000 gold pieces, 2,000 gold pieces, I don't know. Make them pay money to get it revamped, first of all. Second of all, let them run a business out of it, using their downtime and stuff like that. Let them hire an innkeeper, get them some staff and stuff. Have there be some business come through, And you could also use that inn as a sort of quest hub even. Like their barkeep could hear rumors and stuff, and you might feed them to the players. And then they get information about quests they might go on or something. So, I don't know. There are some ideas. They might not be good ideas, but I gave you something. James Durer. I probably slaughtered your last name. I'm sorry. How do you do more damage to monsters as you level up? So, as characters level up, like, they get more attacks and stuff, and their spells get more powerful, and then they do more damage. Panda. If or when you are mad at your players, what's the worst thing you've done to them? Also, my dungeon master is vegan. I know you're not vegan, but besides Oreos, do you suggest anything? So there are these Boca burgers, which are really good. They're like, I don't know if they're vegan. They're okay. You know what? Scrap that. Vegan is so very. I have no idea what vegans can even eat. What they're able to eat is like that narrow. So give them some cabbage. I'm pretty sure they can eat cabbage. I was gonna talk about vegetarian stuff, but there's a difference. Go with cabbage. But your first part of your question is, what's the worst thing I've done to my players? Have I ever been mad at my players? I don't know that I've been mad at my players. I've been frustrated with my players. I definitely have been frustrated. I think the worst thing that happened at the height of one time when I was super frustrated is I wanted to end the game session early. Oh no, you know what? Yeah, I ended a game session early. Was I mad? Kevin, was I mad at the one player that left us not too long ago? Was I mad at him? I was definitely frustrated. But like what I did is I ended the game session early. Like I could tell that I was getting super frustrated with this player, and like I was no longer having fun. I had zero desire to keep playing that night, and I went to go to the bathroom to just cool down a little bit. I came back and I just ended the game session, and we all went home. And then that player never came back to play with us. So that is the worst thing that has ever happened before. Yeah. So Kevin says, I would say you were as close to mad as I have ever seen you. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was definitely extremely, extremely frustrated. Yeah, I would say I was probably at least a little bit mad for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't yelling at him, but I mean, the videos are out there. People can go watch the videos. They're all out there on YouTube. But yeah, I was very, very frustrated. I'd had enough of that crap. I was done. All right. Woo! But it takes a lot to get me frustrated. Like it takes a lot to get me going, and this guy got me going. Let's see. Where are the questions? What's my favorite monster and magic item? Mind Flayer, Axe +2. I don't know. I don't really know that stuff, man. I just pick whatever. Let's see. Oh, here's some questions. Okay, Zero Gamer. What are your opinions on Curse of Strahd? Going to be running it for my players once we beat the current adventure, and I wanted your opinions. I mean, I have started reading the module. I have not read the entire module because my Sword Coast Guard is going to read it, or is going to play it as well. So far, I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be really cool. That's my opinion on it. It sounds very interesting. It is more or less of an open world, and so what I will tell you is you need to control the information your players have and give them plot hooks for things that are more or less at their level, because they can easily wander into a part of the world that is way above their pay grade and like die very fast. And so give them plot hooks that are appropriate to their level so that they don't get in over their heads. What is my favorite convention to attend? I've only ever been to 2 conventions. I've been to Marmalade Dog, and then I've been to Grand Con, which both of them are pretty small conventions as conventions go. And of those 2, I actually probably like Marmalade Dog the most. It is a super small convention. But yeah, I think that's always been pretty fun. Like, the weird thing about it is that you don't sign up for games ahead of time. You literally sign up for a game when you arrive at that game slot. And the reason I like that is I can just go get players and be like, hey, you want to play? Hey, you want to play? Hey, you want to play? And then I get a full game. At Grand Con, people sign up for the games like months in advance, and they'll fill up a game slot. So I'll walk into a game, and my game is supposedly full, according to their computer system, but then none of the players show up. And I'm like, because they signed up months in advance and they probably changed their mind and are no longer coming to the convention. And then I got like nobody at my table, and I'm just like, this is so stupid. And I can't just go around asking people to play. You know, it's just like, it's what's crazy about it is that the additional layer of technology and planning actually makes it worse to run games at Grand Con, whereas Marmalade Dog, which has paper sign-up sheets at the gaming convention, actually works better. So don't ask me the logic there. Okay, there you go. Mr. Yacht Cat, hello, how you doing? Dr. Death. What was the worst thing a player did in your game? The worst thing a player did? Argue with me about stupid crap until the point where I couldn't take it anymore. That's probably the worst thing. I've had 2 players who have done that. That is probably... And both of those players are no longer in my games because I didn't want them in my games. They both did that. Now that I think about it, they both argued with me over stupid crap until the point where I got so frustrated that I'm just like... So, yeah. That's the thing. I think that's part of it. There's other stuff, but that's the main thing, I think. I don't have a favorite miniature. I do think that the miniature I painted of Nigel the Bard is pretty good. I think I did a good job on that one. But he's dead now. Well, he's kind of dead. How do you do more damage when you level up without any magic? Dude, you get more attacks. Your spells get more powerful. It happens naturally. You don't need magic. Mr. Yacht Cat, of course you got noticed. Well, actually, I say that, and then there are 80 other people who are like, well, Luke, you never noticed me, jerk. All right, Cthulhu, see you later, buddy. Lemonhead says, what's the best campaign you've ever DM'd? I mean, my Sword Coast Guard group is pretty freaking sweet. My cat's over there, scratching. He has no claws, and he's like, ah, ah. He's going to town on my bookcase, and he's got no claws. Ah. He's like a moron. Oh, here's another cat. Guapo's right here. Hey, Guapo. What is your opinion on shotgunning Magic Stone? I don't know what that means. Do not spam. Time people out. If people are spamming questions, please time them out. Put them in the corner. So ZB Oakley says, have you ever considered doing a collaborative D&D video with another YouTuber? So here's the deal, dude. I do not reach out to other people for collaborations, generally speaking. I wait for them to come to me. And I had one dude who kind of wanted to do it, but he was way too busy apparently. And so he kept on not having time to do it. And so I was like, okay, whatever, who cares? Yeah, but I don't make it, it's not like a priority for me because it takes a lot of time to do that sort of thing, and I am happy to spend my time doing other stuff. Justin Arlo says, how do you handle any NPC guides or mentors in your game? If you have any in your games at all. I don't really use NPC guides or mentors at all. I'll have an NPC that will give them a quest to go on, but that's pretty much it. My players are left to their own devices to figure things out using their own brains, based upon the information that they have available to them from having played the game and stuff. Valerie says, as a sorceress, I made the mistake of going with wild magic for 8 levels. How would my DM and I best fix bend luck? I am not familiar with bend luck, so I don't really have an answer to that. I'm sorry. I'd have to look it up and think about it. Zero Gamer says, I love listening to this while making monsters. All right, Zero Gamer. You need to give him some extra damage, though. Make him special lethal. Name one after me. Name one after me. the rabid barbarian. Kelly, I know nothing about Smurfs being playable races. 0. Bladesinger, I'm a DM for my family, and I was thinking about converting an old module to 5th edition. How hard is the converting process? Probably not that bad. The only thing you really need to convert are probably the monsters and maybe traps and stuff. But the monsters, you can just you could just have to recalculate the challenge rating for them. You'd have to take the 5th edition version of it and your players, and you'd probably have to use an online calculator to recalculate the encounter. That's probably not that bad. It's probably I'm guessing though, because I've never done it before. It could be horrible. It could be absolutely horrible, and I'm lying to you. I just don't know. Overlord Rocks. The secret giveaway for the secret password for the giveaway is Fat Cat. So Overlord Rocks is referring to our standby. We have a giveaway going for these tokens right here, tactical tokens. If you want to get in on this, there is a link down in the description where you can enter the giveaway, and the password that you need to enter is Fat Cat. So we're going to draw the giveaway winner at the end of the stream. I got to remember to do that. And yeah, that's that. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, I don't know. I get all these, like, what's the craziest thing questions, and I'm just like, nothing. Noveler says, have you had a laugh about something in-game that reminds you of something from other games or media? Like Raging Goblin killing your wizard? I have no idea, dude. I don't know. So, like, I have a really bad, like, habit of, like, giving way too long of answers to questions, which makes it so that I don't get through very many questions. And so I'm trying to answer questions a lot faster. And sometimes the fastest answer is I don't know, because most of the time I don't know. Dragon Queen Dog says, what other games do you play besides D&D? I've played a little bit of Call of Cthulhu, but that's pretty much the only other tabletop RPG I've played. I got that one. What's your favorite NPC you've ever created? It's Gary the Intern. Hello. Hello. Have you been watching the videos? Yeah, it's Gary the Intern, for sure. Any tips on running a dragon? Lair moves? Any homebrew actions? Want to make it fun and challenging for my PCs. So running a dragon. So, first of all, think about a dragon. Dragons can fly, so they're going to be flying. Dragons have a breath weapon. It recharges on a 5 or a 6, right? So imagine tactics. Dragon flying. Swoops down. It breathes. It runs away. It lets it recharge. It comes down. It breathes. Okay? Or it swoops down. It grabs a couple players. It carries them off. It drops them far away. And it leaves them. And it comes back to the rest of the players and tries to kill them while they're separated from the rest of the group. Or let's say you have a black dragon in a swamp lair. It goes under the water, the murky water, where the players can't see it. The breath weapon recharges. It comes out. It breathes. It goes back down. It swims around. It recharges. It comes up. It shoots at them. Okay? Dragons are very, very smart. Most of them are. And they've lived for a long time. And they've killed lots of people. So have them use intelligent tactics. Intelligent tactics is the best thing for dragons to do. So yeah, you can do lots of damage just by playing it intelligently as a dragon. Definitely give them move. As a legendary action, they need to build the move. And I don't think that's actually in their stat blocks. I always give my boss monsters move as a legendary action. Always 100%. Overlord Rocks, I probably will never do another live mini painting stream. I'm probably never going to do that again. The problem with that is, in order for me to be able to like interact with chat and you guys, which is my priority, one of my priorities when I'm streaming, I have to be able to be looking at chat and reading it and talking to you. When I am painting a mini, I have to be concentrating on painting the mini, and I can't see what you guys are saying, and that's a problem. So painting minis on live stream is not really a good solution. I would much rather, just talk and create adventures and stuff, or create DM resources, random encounter tables, magic items and stuff like that, because that sort of creation, I think, works really well as a live stream, where we're interacting and we're creating something cool together and we're all kind of collaborating and we're being creative together. I think those work really well as live streams. Painting miniatures for a live stream does not work very well, in my opinion. So I just kind of don't do that anymore. You know, because the thing is you try different things out, and some things you try don't work very well, and so you don't do them anymore. Some things you try work really sweet, and then you're like, yay, let's do it. Like the whole idea of doing the Barbarian stream at the very beginning here was like, let's try that out. That might be cool. It might not be cool. We don't know. Nope. I have no cool ideas. Danny Arriaga says, she's like, what do you want to be, a moderator, Danny? She's like, start your question with #question or it will be overlooked. Okay, Danny, are you going to plug my merch too? I thought you were just supposed to be plugging my merch. Danny says, dragons can fly, such knowledge. The wisdom Luke spreads, unmatched by any other. I know, I'm awesome, dude. You're just getting tired of it. That's funny. Dr. Death says, my last one, I think, which made you redo your whole dungeon? I don't know what that means. My cat just was like, so I don't think Guapo knows what that means either. Let's see if Guapo wants to come on the stream for a second. Guapo! Oh, that's a big baby. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, yeah. Guapo! Look at this. Why do cats do this? Guapo! He's like, I'm out of here. He puts his butt right in the camera. That's perfect. Guapo! Guapo! He's like, let me put my butt right in the camera. Overlord Rocks, thank you, sir, for the $5. I appreciate that. What race or class would you suggest making a big bad based on Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter? Okay, so dude, like, I have no idea who Lord Voldemort is. I don't watch Harry Potter stuff. I don't read that. So I am completely unable to answer your question. Why don't you tell me what he is? Is he a wizard or something? Like, I don't know, dude. Danny Arriaga, sorry, sir, will do better. Merch is below the vid. Okay, so thank you, Danny, for the $2. I appreciate that. She is referencing the merch. You can get shirts with, like, the DM Lair on it, and shirts that say, like, I've been a Dungeon Master since high school. Down below the video, there's, like, shirts and stuff. Danny got, like, a hoodie, I think, and she said it was fairly decent quality, too. So that's always good to hear. Because, you know, sometimes you buy merch and it's, like, really cheap garbage. And so I was like, Danny, you got to let me know, is it cheap garbage or is it okay? And she said it was okay. So hopefully it's okay. Human wizard? Oh, okay. So Lord Voldemort is a human wizard. So I will tell you what, in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, there is something called a death. What is it called? Hold on a second. Where's that thing? It's called a death something or other. Let me find it for you. It's pretty cool. It's not a lich. It's not a lich, but it is close and it's very cool. Let me find it for you. Death White. Is it a Death White? No, it's not a Death White. What is that thing called? I just killed my youngling group with this thing. But there is something close to a lich in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. And now I'm drawing a blank on it. I thought it was called a Death something. But now I'm not finding it. Maybe it was a Death. Let me see it. A Death Lord or something? Yeah, I don't know. I lost it now. Deathlock? I don't think it was a Deathlock. It was basically a lich. It wasn't a Deathlock. I don't think it was a Deathlock. Let's look at Deathlock. Let's see what Deathlock looks like. I don't think it was a Deathlock. 128. No, it was much more powerful than that. Bone Claw? I know it wasn't a Bone Claw. Oh yeah. Oh, I killed the younglings. Javkov, I totally killed the youngling group. I have 4. They're teenagers. I think they're about 15 years old now. I've been playing with them since they were like 12, I think, and I just TPK'd all of them in our last game session. I killed all of them to this creature in Morden Canaan's Tome of Foes, but I forget which one it was. Skull Lord, that's it. Skull Lord, that's what it was. So Skull Lord, let me look at this guy. I killed him to a Skull Lord, and that's on page 230. Hold on. Now I'm going to look it up. You got to find it. Woo! Wee! Yeah, this guy right here. Check that out. You can't really see that too well. Ha! But yeah, I killed him. It's a CR-15. And they died to this guy. I murdered him. Two of them tried to run away. Like, 2 of them were like, holy crap, this is nasty, and they started to run away. But the Skull Lord has Dimension Door. And so I had him Dimension Door in front of them as, they were going through the compound running away. I had him Dimension Door into a different part of the compound, and he was waiting for them. And then he murdered him. The guys that were trying to get away, there was no mercy. I just took them out. And now they're all rolling up new characters. And they'll start with new characters, and it'll be fun. That's the dental page. 230. 230. Oh, that 230. That's cool, dude. Panda says, is there any way I can get I've been a DM since middle school shirt, or should I? Yeah, you're gonna have to design that yourself, dude. I got nothing for you. Danny says, Luke, you were the chosen. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Actually, my friend John was explaining to me, like yesterday at work, that Anakin Skywalker was foretold to bring balance to the Force, okay? So, if there are 2 Sith, then bringing balance to the Force means killing all of the Jedi except for 2, Yoda and Obi-Wan, okay? So Anakin Skywalker, became Darth Vader under the Emperor guy, whatever his name is, and then killed all of the Jedi except for 2. He brought balance to the Force. But the Jedi, just misinterpreted that prophecy, apparently, because they're 10,000-year-old geniuses that just misinterpret prophecies, apparently. So anyway, he brought balance to the Force. Just not in the way that anybody thought he would. Palpatine, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Sidious, yeah. There you go. You guys got the words down. A prophecy that misread could have been. Absolutely. Tiger FX, what up, dude? Your name sounds familiar. I think you sound like somebody that's a patron or something. I think I just hooked you up with some patron crap. What up, dude? How's it going? What is the most effective way to award XP that encourages good roleplay and problem solving without encouraging the party to become murder hobos? So, if you award XP based upon killing monsters, then you're effectively going to trend toward murder hoboing. In my opinion, one of the best ways to award XP to encourage role-playing and problem-solving is not to use XP, it's to use milestones. Because when you use milestones, it's no longer how many things did we kill, it's did we accomplish the objective. And if we accomplished the objective, if we solved the problem, then we get a level. Okay? And so, in my opinion, milestone solves some of the problem of murder hoboing. But there are other motivations that players have for murder hoboing than just getting XP. Sometimes they do it because, it's just fun. And they can't kill people in real life, so they want to do it in the game. It's just fun. But I would try milestone. I think that helps a lot. Dun 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 dun. Let's find some more questions. Patreon. Okay, cool. I got it right. Awesome. Where's my... Put this over here before I spill coffee on it. Oh yeah, you can always award them with inspiration. Yeah, that's true. Danny says the new rule is you can only sit at my table if you're sporting some DM Lair merch. That's awesome. All right, we're running out of questions. Does that mean that we're done with the live stream? If the questions look like they're petering out. Looks like we might be getting. Oh, there's another question there. Oh, you know what? There's a whole bunch of questions in the spreadsheet that I've been ignoring. Oh, I should probably go look at that. I should probably go see what's over there. Zero Gamer says, I tried using a puzzle in my game, and the player who plays a wizard insists that he should be able to just roll an intelligence check and skip the puzzle instead of actually solving it. Yep. This is the classic argument of, do you challenge the characters or do you challenge the players? In my opinion, like a puzzle, I expect the players to figure it out. And your wizard, his intelligence, whatever. Like, I might like give him a hint or something if he can roll a high enough investigation check or something. But like, I am not going to spend my time developing a puzzle if the wizard can solve it by making a die roll. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, if puzzles can be solved by a simple die roll, then what I'm going to say to my players is, hello, you've walked into a room and there is a very complex puzzle on the wall. And the wizard's going to say, okay, I'm going to make an investigation check to see if I can solve it. Roll the dice. Oh yeah, you've solved the puzzle and the way forward lies open. How friggin' boring is that? Like, but if I'm going to put a puzzle in the game and I'm going to take the time and effort to make it and stuff, then I'm not going to let it get resolved by one die roll that takes 2 seconds. Like, I'm not doing that. So I am going to challenge the players with puzzles. Okay? I'm not going to make them, swing axes when they're in combat and stuff. I'm going to rely on their character stats for that. But when we're talking about things like puzzles, I'm going to challenge the players. I'm sorry if you feel that your wizard should be able to make a check, but there are game reasons why I'm not doing that, and I just explained them. So, yeah, sometimes the characters are smarter than the players, but at the same time, you have players that have an intelligence of 8 that don't roleplay that. They act like their actual human intelligence, which could be a 12 or something. And so there's all, it's a big hot mess. Danny says, which module that you have run are your favorite? I haven't really run a whole ton of modules. I could tell you about some modules that suck. There are a bunch of things from Tales from the Yawning Portal that suck. And there are some that are really good. It's like hit and miss. Can dispel magic items? No. The way I have ruled that, Danny, is if you cast dispel magic on a magic item, it will cause that magic item to stop functioning for like maybe 1 round or maybe a minute or something, but it's not going to permanently dispel it. That's a no. Danny says, have your players ever cried over a death of an NPC? I don't think they've actually cried. I don't think any of my players have cried over something that has happened in-game. I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Mr. Yak Cat says, I'm starting to DM with my friends, and it's a nightmare campaign. Do you have any advice? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm getting tired. I want to go to bed. Read Curse of Strahd? Do some horror stuff? I don't know. I don't have anything good for you, man. Dude, so Viper Venoms, if you struggle for puzzles, do you like to take ideas from video games? I just don't do puzzles, usually, is what I do, Viper Venom. I just don't have a lot of puzzles in my game. That's the what I usually do. One of my players made a deal with a devil, and now him them 1,000 souls. They owe him 1,000 souls? This is not part of the campaign I originally planned. What should I do about it? Absolutely nothing. Just see what your player does. And if they don't do anything, then decide what the devil does. And have there be some consequences. And you just kind of roll with it. I don't know. Make something fun out of it. Make a little side adventure out of it. That could be fun. S Down says, I TPK'd my party on the final boss of my 2.5 year campaign. Cool. That was probably an epic way to end a campaign. I stressed the fight was going to be hard. They went in unprepared and played dumb. They deserved it. Did they learn their lesson? I don't know. You're going to have to wait until the end of your next 2.5 year campaign to see if they prepare better for that boss. But what you did, I think, was fine from what you're saying, because like you told them it was going to be hard and they did not prepare and they got killed. So I think that's on them. Overlord Rock says, how is the challenge rating system supposed to work? Well, it's supposed to work better than it actually does. I'll tell you that much. You're supposed to be able to, based on the challenge ratings of monsters and the level of adventurers and how many there are, you're supposed to be able to determine whether the encounter is easy, medium, hard, or deadly. But it pretty much doesn't work very well. No, I don't really have any ideas for implementing disease in my campaigns. I don't really do a whole lot of crap with that. Sorry. Minecraft says, is there a safe way to handle large enemy groups at level 1? No. Nathan, see you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging out, man. There's no safe way to handle that, Minecraft, because Action Economy is going to slaughter level 1 characters very fast. Running away is the safe way to do that. Viper Venom, what is the most memorable, interesting backstory you've received from one of your players? I have no idea, dude. I know I've gotten some that are like really long, and I had to read them, and I'm like, why did you write so much? Write less. Nothing stands out, though. All right, I think we are just about done here. I want to go to bed. Let's do our giveaway. How's that sound? We should do our giveaway. Let me pull it up. We're gonna find out who won our tactical tokens tonight. If you haven't entered, there is a link down in the description, and you can enter it. The password is FatCat. Go ahead and sign up real quick if you haven't already. You have like a couple seconds as I'm pulling up the thing, the Gleam interface where I can draw the winner. Stand by. There's that right there. Sweet. So we are going to give away some of these bad boys right here. Go ahead and sign up. And remember, folks, feel free to, if you want to support the channel and join in and get some perks and all that kind of stuff, we have memberships available. You can click that join button down below, get some cool perks. You can hang out with me. You get access to it's like a VIP Discord channel. There's like monthly voice hangouts with me. What else do we do? You can choose different videos for the channel and vote on videos that we're going to do. Lots of cool perks for signing up. You can also join me over on Patreon. There's a link down in the description for that as well. And Danny is going to remind me as well to plug the merch. There's like merch down below and stuff like that. So, yeah. I won't have to pay much for shipping since they live in the same state. Yeah. All right. The promotion starts in 20 minutes in the link. Really? It shouldn't. It should be open. It's open right now, dude. All right, let's pull a winner. Brazil. Hey, James, what's up? Welcome to you in Brazil. Welcome to Brazil. Plug that merch. I don't even care about the merch. I would rather you become a member or a patron and hang out with us and be in the VIP. You're probably going to get more value like with those member benefits than wearing a shirt or something. Unless you really, I mean, Danny likes the shirts, so I guess okay. All right, let's get a winner here. Where is the winner? I gotta draw a winner. Come on. How many? Wait, hold on a second. Oh, nice. Whee! All right, here we go. I'm drawing a winner. Drawing a winner. Yes. Draw that winner. Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Yep. Draw again. Draw. Okay, come on, dude. I have an invalid entry. Oh, here we go. Is this one? Nope, that's invalid as well. All right, we're gonna keep repicking until we get a valid winner. I've had 3 invalid winners so far. Wow. How's the 4th one? Is the 4th time a charm? Nope. They're all invalid. They're all invalid. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know. I'm just churning through the entries. They're like all invalid. Hey! I think I have found a winner. So let me double check this. There we go. Okay, here's our winner. Bill W. Oh, Rivers RPG. Rivers RPG. You have won, sir. You are the winner. You're the winner. All right, Rivers, I don't know if you're still with us, but I will be sending you an email. And then you can tell me where to ship stuff. So, yeah. Congratulations, dude. You got yourself some tattoo tokens. Boom! I just blew out my microphone. All right. Cool. I think we're done. I think we're going to go home. I'm already home. Bye, guys. It's been fun. We'll see you next week. Oh, hey, Elizabeth. How you doing? She's like, plug your merch more. Okay, so Danny says, Luke, plug your merch, please. More merch equals more rep, equals more subs, equals more views, equals more money, equals fatter cats. Come on, man, work with me. I'll just let you plug my merch, Danny. How's that sound? I'll just let Danny do it. I am going home. John James, what up, dude? You got here just in time to say bye. All right, that's awesome, man. All right, see you later. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going home. We're gonna check out, and we're gonna see you all next week. This has been fun. Whee!
Bye, everybody.